I definitely 100% believe in manifestation. I think that it's real. It's not something where it's like some Wizards of Waverly Place type shit where you're just like, oh, I want a cup of coffee. And then like, oh, the cup of coffee is there. But it's the belief that something is going to happen and you believe it so much and you work on it. You know, it's not just like, oh, I believe that it's going to happen. I'm just going to sit here and wait. You have to work on things as well. If I sit here and believe like I'm the best motherfucker out here and I keep believing that, I keep saying that to myself, everybody else gonna believe it too. But you have to have that faith at first. If you don't have the faith, it's like, what are you working towards? So I came up with the chorus just at home. I think I was looking at like some tarot reading videos on YouTube, and then I ended up falling down this rabbit hole into like chakra affirmation videos. They were all like really like, ooh, I am powerful, I am da da da, like super mystical and shit. And I just kind of wanted to make my own affirmations that fit me. And the way that I wrote it, it was like in a poem type rap type thing. And we ended up trying it over this house beat that like somebody sent me. And I was like, yeah, no, that wasn't it. So we tried another beat. We found the Slade, the Monster beat. I recorded it on there and we were like, oh yeah, that's the guy. We were listening to I Am and I'm like, you know who would slide on this? Like, slide flow fucking Millie. I DM'd her like, yo, sis, I got this song that I just know you about to eat the fuck up. And she was like, well, send it to me. And she ended up sending it back and she ate as I knew she was going to. I am healthy. I am wealthy. Being healthy, saying I am healthy is not just about your physical health. It's not just about you taking care of your body, but it's also taking care of your mind, taking care of your spirit, taking care of your energy, your surroundings. Really, like that's number one in what self-care and self-love looks like, is taking care of your health. Because as children, you know, you have a parent to take care of your health. But then once you become an adult, you have to do that for yourself. It's very much so about like disciplining yourself, but like in a sweet kind way. Wealth is not necessarily just always about money. Wealth is about abundance. I am wealthy because I have a lot of people around me that love me. And like that to me is rich. That is richness. I am rich. I am that bitch. You know, it's really funny. 2 years ago now is when I dropped Girls, and I have a song on there called That Girl. And I remember going to see Tiana Taylor like in concert around that time. And I was like, yo, Tiana Taylor is that bitch. And my manager was like, no, you're that bitch. And I was like, no, I'm that girl. You have to evolve to turn into that bitch. So I feel like now I have gone from my little Pokemon, that girl, to now I am that bitch. I'm getting stronger, more powerful, more smart. I'm cutting people out of my life that don't deserve to be there. All those types of things, you know, that's what makes you that bitch. Really is like loving yourself so much that you won't allow anybody else to love you any less. Period. I am that bitch. Don't try to fuck with me. I am gonna go get that bag and I am not gonna take your shit. I am protected, well respected. I'm a queen. I'm a dream. All of these things come from yourself first. It's like, I'm not about to allow somebody to speak to me in a way that like I wouldn't speak to me. And if you do, then you will be catching these hands. Hypothetically, spiritually, you'll catch these hands. For me, especially as a woman in the industry, a lot of times we don't get respected the same. I just want to change that mindset, and I want people to just say like, nah, I'm well respected. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to watch who you talking to, because these niggas respect me out here. So who you was talking to? Not me, because I'm respected in these streets, okay? Period. I do what I want to do, and I'm who I want to be, because I am me. Bitch, that's YBT. Your man got his eye on me, but IDC, because I'm fly as bees. That A lot of times I like to do like alphabetical bars, like ABC bars. So when it was like, I am me, bitch, that's YBT. Your man got his eye on me, but IDC. So the DC, because I'm fly as bees. You get it, DCB. And then that's bzz, bzz, bzz. But also like bees are just, they fly around, and it's like bzz. I'm buzzing, bitch, you know?
I hit streets, bitch, I drive no keys. That skirt, don't lie on me. Body right, don't need no word.
I was gaining a lot of weight in quarantine, and people were asking me like, are you gaining weight to get a BBL? And I'm like, no, bitch. I'm just eating. Like, leave me alone.
I don't need no one, I'm independent on my own. I get that money and I can spend it cause it's long. Everything on me, no, it's not renting, bitch, I own. I know you see it and gotta tell me cause I know.
Ownership is extremely important to me. And I think a lot of times older head music execs will tell you like, oh, it doesn't matter, but they're lying to you. They are lying to you because they want it. I've often heard people say like, oh, well, do you want 100% of nothing or 2% of something? And it's like, what? That sounds crazy because what I have is not nothing. So I would rather have 100% of what I have. At the end of the year, at the end of my life, my kids will be able to eat off of that and not somebody else's kids that they didn't even have nothing to do with it.
I am me. 101 can't compete. I like green. Money stack highlight trees. I can see. You wanna be just like me? I can D. But you better not think she's sweet.
I do like green. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't like a little money? But then also, you know, I like to eat salads. I like to, you know, get my vegetables in. I love me some broccoli, some asparagus, some Brussels sprouts. You know what I'm saying? Green is always good for you, except for in the form of jealousy.
Yeah, I got your bitch mad. Yeah, I got them big bags. Yeah, counting and flip dag. Yeah, look how the whip match. Yeah, convertible top, do cartwheels.
So when I get my first car, it's definitely going to be a convertible. Period. I don't care what anybody says. I spoke to my uncle and he was like, you don't need to get no convertible. You feel like because you a artist, you need to get this type of car, da, da, da. And I'm like, okay, but at the end of the day, I'm getting a convertible. I do not care. Like, I'm pulling up with the top down. Look how it just flipped back. You know, I count it and flip that and look how the whip match. Okay. Because we making money. We making it, we counting it and we flipping it so that I can get that convertible that go flip. Period.
We so soft, it's all real. Cause I mean real good like Garfield. I ain't studying you dust, got long bells.
Some of my favorite foods are actually pasta. Like I love pastas. So that's where me and Garfield kind of have like a connection. He loves lasagna. I love me a good like salmon farfalle. You know, that's why I was getting a little thick because I've been eating a lot of pasta and eating good. And you know, that ass been getting a little fat. And you see it, I know. I'm not stunting you ducks because ducks have short bills, like a short bill. And like, I got long bills, you know what I'm saying? All these ducks, all they want to do, quack, 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 quack. Shut the fuck up. I'm getting long money. I don't care about, you know, that little short bill that you got.
Look in that mirror. Tell yourself everything that you want to hear. Tell yourself that you that bitch and make that clear. Never stressing, never lacking, got no fears.
You can look in the mirror and you can see yourself as the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world. And then you could walk away from it and still be that. Or you could look in the mirror and you could talk yourself all the way down. And then you'll end up starting to see it in your face. Make sure you're telling yourself things that you would want to hear. Make sure you're telling yourself, damn girl, you look good. Like, hold up. It's the curls for me. It's the face for me. Like, it's the glow. Like, wow, bitch. You are that bitch. And make it clear, like, believe that. Believe what you're saying. I'm never lacking. It's never anything in the world that I feel like, oh, I don't have this and I need it so bad. If I don't have it right then and there, I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I got no fears. I'm not afraid of anything but God. So bring it on. Seeing I Am go so crazy on TikTok, on Instagram, it's really actually brought tears to my eyes. I was actually on live last night, like crying about this, which is so ugly because I do not like to cry in public, especially not on the internet. Ew, gross. Everybody is just, you know, finding a new sense of self-worth through this song. And I feel like so blessed to just be a part of that and to be a catalyst for people's like self-love journey.